Testing, testing. Let me get a cog in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Let me get a cog in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Baba Kashar. A cog or one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Get one in the chat. Salakia for the lateness. My notes. Okay, one count. Thwada. Said, Sister Hadara. Thwada. Appreciate that, sis. Sign first. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Okay. All right, let's get this rock and rolling. Salakia for the lateness. I'm preaching Officer Paratazar at Yonkers, New York, holding the class down for preaching Officer 5,000 Hazahah. Shalom, Yahba Shem Yashah Rakata to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Thumba Shem Yashah to the sisters. This is the Lashwan Qadash class. You know what I'm saying? Let's clap it up for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And also, let's clap it up for the Lashwan Qadash, the holy tongue. You know what I'm saying? That our ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Our ancestors have been spoken. You know what I'm saying? This is Isupk, start off at 1 West 125th Street under Commander Giuliani. And since 1969, we've been teaching so-called blacks and so-called Hispanics and so-called Native American Indians. They are the chosen people of the Bible. Right now, you know, this is, like I said, this is the Lashwan Qadash, the holy tongue. We're here to teach our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes of Israel back their native tongue, the holy tongue. So we're going to start off. So we always start off with the alphabet. All right, so everybody will be on one accord. Okay. Start off right here. All right. Let's get this rock in the road. Here, make sure I got room. Okay. Senator Salakia. Alright. Give me a second. Let me get another one to make sure that you can see the board clearly. You can see the Hebrew characters clearly. Right here. The Lashwan Qadash characters clearly. Okay. Shalom, Yabashim Yasharakta. The Quat, priest and officer, Yaquatazar. Shalom. Alright. Sis, Olivia Arnold. You gonna get your Hebrew name yet, sis? Okay, check it in. This lane, okay. All right, you can see that clearly.
Good.
You say that again?
Good.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, no sir. All right, shalom everybody. Big to Police Officer Pratazar. He started putting the alphabet on the board. All right. These are what we call if you want a good definition for what these are, you can look up the word pictograph. Okay. And what I want to do today is I want to put each one of the words that each of these things mean. I want to put those into usable context sentences right now today, so you know how to use these words. Okay. So you're gonna Google pictograph. Pictograph. Right? You want to look up what a pictograph is. Look up the definition. As a matter of fact, if you're online right now, right, you Google what the definition of a pictograph, right? Google the definition of a pictograph. Pictograph. Google it. Copy and paste the definition into the chat. Right over here, your chat over here, right? Copy and paste the definition of a pictograph in the chat right now, right? I'm gonna wait for you to do that, right? All right. I know Pratazar was talking about Olivia Arnold with a name. You want to contact your camp leader, let her know, let your camp leader know how long you've been to class. I believe I've seen Olivia Arnold get a. Hold on. All right. Also, any questions about Hebrew? Right? Any questions about the Hebrew? Please put in the chat. Okay. All right. Any questions about Hebrew? Today will be the day to put your questions in Hebrew on the board. Okay. So I guess nobody has got the definition of pictograph, right, from Google. Nobody has copy and pasted the definition of pictograph into the Google chat, right? And I did that. Of course, I was gonna get it, right? But I did that as a test to see. I looked at all the names that was in the chat, right? And I'm just trying to find out who's lazy or not. All right? I'm trying to find out who's really serious. Are you just watching class and watching TV on the side? Right? Are you just here just watching and not really digesting what we got going on here? Right? So, I can see all the names. Yaquatazar, right? Dessalines from Louisiana, Olivia Arnold, Madara, right? Madara, Yaquatazar, right? And I'm looking at the names, right? And I'm telling someone online, I'm telling everyone online, go on Google right now, put in the word pictograph in Google, right? Get the definition and copy and paste it in your YouTube chat here, right? And nobody can do it. Meaning what? We have a bunch of trying to not offend nobody, right? I'm not trying to do the personal attacks, right? But it seems like everybody in the chat does not want to be interactive. Okay? What's that? What does that say right there, Brother? The last one right there.
Yeah,
Right. So
he said, the meaning of pictograph is an ancient or prehistoric.
Make sure the camera can hear you.
Right? He said the meaning of pictograph is an ancient or prehistoric drawing or painting on a rock or wall.
Okay, so how much people is watching right now?
10.
There's 10, right? So out of 10 people, I believe that one person is attentive. That's what I'm getting from the synopsis here, right? One person is attentive, right? Because I know this, right? Even in the scriptures, when a man of the Lord tells you to do something, right? You gotta look to the person who's actually doing it. Right? A man of the Lord would tell people to do something, and everybody would do anything that they want to do, except what the man of the Lord told them to do. Everybody would go off and sin instead of obeying the man of the Lord. All right, so Qadash showed me that he's a godly person in the chat. Right, he's obedient. So give me all them scriptures about instructions. Give me Proverbs 14:1. Right, Proverbs 14:1. Right, if it's that one, right? Is it 14:1 or is it 12:1? Or is it both of them? Right. Read that one. Give me 12:1.
You went 12:1, sir?
12:1 and then 13:1, and then I guess 14:1, right? 12:1 first.
12:1 first.
I just want you to read. I don't need to get the scripture. Just read it, all right?
Oh, just read it?
Yep. 12:1. Loud and clear.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Whoso loveth instruction.
What does it mean to have instruction? Right? Google instruction right now. Everybody who's watching right now, all 10 people, all 9 people. I guess someone's gonna leave, right? Because of course, people don't want to do actual work. People like to sit in their couch and just think they're gonna get the kingdom from watching in the couch. The kingdom coming from not with observation. The saints shall take the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Women are gonna do work to get this kingdom too. You see what I'm saying? It's not just all on the man, and you inherit power and favor of all beings and life in the earth because you sat down on your behind and watch the men do all the work. Sisters are gonna work too. Sisters are gonna help out in the food drive. That's what sisters are gonna do. They're gonna help out in the food drive. They're gonna give money as we give money. They're gonna donate as we donate. You know what I mean? You're gonna put work like how we put in work, right? If you all want parts of this glorious kingdom, the kingdom is earned. The kingdom is not given. I don't know who the hell whoever out there that think that the kingdom is just gonna be handed down to you because you do nothing. All right? Read it from the top again.
Oh God. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1.
And I want a Google definition, copy and paste. God damn, I don't know how easy it could be to copy and paste something in the YouTube chat. I don't care how much people write it in there. You know what I mean? I'm asking to put the damn thing in the chat. Follow instructions. All right? Go on Google, type in instruction definition, copy and paste the meaning into the chat. Not just your Qadash, but everybody. All right, let's go. Wait on. I want to see 10 people writing in the chat. Of course, I don't expect the enemies to participate. But enemies, you're free to participate, enemies also. Because, of course, I know enemies watch the chat. Enemies watch the YouTube. They're going to participate in the chat, and they're an enemy. They're not really down with us. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. People must think that we idiots in here or something. We know who's on our side. People who are on our side, they do what we do. Obey. Obey and participate. And they are here, and they come to class, and they participate. And they help out, and they cook for high holidays in class. And they participate, and they hear, and they attend. You see what I'm saying? Read it from the top, Bible show.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Whoso loveth instruction, loveth knowledge.
Whoso loveth instructions, love knowledge. Right? And we're talking about the knowledge of this truth. Right? Knowledge in all things. If you want to be good in anything, you have to follow instruction. Right? And if you come to class here, and you come because you believe you're an Israelite, and people adore this thing now, the truth, knowing what race you are now, and you can follow any instruction in here, then what are you outside of here? You're a bum. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing that you care about, you ain't even doing for that. What about the things you don't care about? You must be a bum. Obey, follow some instructions. Do something. You see what I'm saying? Get the instruction definition of instruction on Google. Copy and paste it into the Google chat. Let's get some participation. Also, I might have some brothers come on the screen today. Brothers. All right. As a matter of fact, post the share the link thing in the chat here, right? So we can get some participation in here as well, right? Did anybody post the definition of instruction in the Google in the chat here? YouTube, Facebook, or whatever.
You got picture graph. You got the picture graph on.
Who posted the picture graph?
A brother. Well, he got down there. Said Aisha Yala. Yeah, Aisha Yala.
Okay.
Oh, Aisha Yala.
Aisha Yala, right? It means so your questions are attending. Aisha Yala is attending. Okay. So as far as I know and I'm concerned about, right, there's only really 2 people really in the class. All right. And it seems to be 2 brothers. Okay, so at the end of the class, I guess we salute brothers because I don't see any sisters participating. I don't know if they're here anymore. I see them, how was Shemada thought on the thing? And then they go F off and you go watch it. I signed into class. Wasn't even in class. Didn't participate, wasn't here. Showed no other sign that they was even here. All right, so I don't even know if there's any sisters really in here. I don't get a response from sisters. All right, from all I know, there's only 2 brothers in there. So, brothers, you keep that in mind when it's time to shout anybody out or to say shalom to whoever's in the chat, because you don't know if that's in the chat. If it's only Aisha Ya'ala, right, and Yaquatazar, and how many people watching? 10?
12 now.
12, right? So only Aisha Ya'ala and Yaquatazar and 10 other IUIC members. And then people signed in and turned an X out of the screen, right? While all the other live viewers who are watching on IUIC, right? So keep that in mind, all right? Right? Go ahead, Protazar.
You want the invite link inside the chat?
Yeah. Right? Maybe Aisha y'all is busy, right? But if he's at home or something, he can come on the feed and participate, right? So put the the thing where you share the link to invite them.
Yeah, I just put.
You just did it? Okay, good. All right, we're gonna get some participation today. All right. That's what General Kobalamov wants, and he's gonna get that because he said he wanted it. All right. Read out the definition of pictograph.
Right here.
Give me Aisha Yala's one too. So give me Quatazar's one first, and then Aisha Yala's, right?
Priest knows Quatazar. He said the meaning of pictograph is an ancient or prehistoric drawing or painting on a rock wall.
The meaning is a what? An ancient?
An ancient or prehistoric.
Ancient, right? Ancient just means old, right? Ancient in Hebrew is Zakwan. right? Zakwan, right? People of the ancient brothers in the truth, they were polite. They followed instructions on how to keep your brother around. You see what I'm saying? These were not brothers who turned enemies out of their brothers. You know what I mean? It's not like today where brothers make fun of people, right? They followed instructions, which is the point of the class. You're not gonna go nowhere in Hebrew if you don't follow instructions. What's the point of even coming to class if you have a mind to not even receive instructions? The whole thing that Jeremiah will teach on Thursday is how to live, how to be a good wife, how to be a good husband. But then you come to class and then you're not really trying to absorb it. Then why are you here? You know what I mean? Go watch Disney Channel or something, man. You know what I mean? We want people who wants to see it to the Most High in Christ in the UPK, man. You know what I mean? Unless you hide. If you hide, then I suppose, watch class until you stop getting high, right? Watch class until you get enough guilt in you to follow the instructions to no longer get high. All right? And then maybe you could do something with your life and stop being a bum. Weed smokers are bums. They do nothing but sit on the couch all day and sit on their stairwell all day and waste their days away and their hours away and their life away smoking weed because you're a bum. You see what I'm saying? You're not a fruitful son like the instructions of the Bible says to be a fruitful son. Okay? Protestant, keep going. Read it again. An ancient or prehistoric, go on.
Prehistoric during?
Prehistoric. Pre means before. We have something called a preposition or a preposition. Right? Position meaning the word that's in position. Preposition means before that word. Right? You need to know what a preposition is. Right? To know Hebrew. Hebrew is as simple as knowing a root word. All of these, most of these are going to be root words, right? The words that come behind the meaning of all of these pictographs, all of these Hebrew characters that Google or the dictionary would call a pictograph, right? All of those have a root word. Hebrew is simply taking a root word, adding a preposition to it before it, and adding a possessive on the end, and that's what Hebrew is. Hebrew is the most basic language in the earth. English is the hardest language in the earth. It's the most advanced. English is the most advanced language built upon a Hebrew structure initially, right? And Hebrew is the most basic form of writing, the most basic form of speaking, and English is the most complicated. So now here we have the most basic language, and you refuse to absorb it. You refuse to absorb the instructions of it because you're really not here to receive instructions. You're really here to BS. And it's watch class and stare at the class and say, I'm attending class. And you ask, just like a weed smoker that goes to high school. He goes to school, he attends class, he learns math, does the biology class and the physics and the social studies and what's some other classes brought to the social studies. Math class. And because he's high in class, right? You ask him, what did you learn in school today? Nothing. That's what you learned. What did you learn in class today? Nothing. I didn't learn anything today. How do you go to school today and not learn anything? So you already know what to expect on his midterms and his regional exams. He only passed because he copied someone else's exam. Don't be a bum. Okay? Don't be a bum. We're teaching something in class. Absorb the thing and participate. Keep reading the practice on. What are we wasting time for?
The meaning of pictograph is a ancient or prehistoric writing.
Ancient, prehistoric meaning before history, because pre means before, right? Pre means before. Prehistoric, before history. So before Genghis Khan, before Marco Polo and Alexander the Great, and before Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, and before Pharaoh, Ramesses the first and the second, and all them other bums, you see what I'm saying? Before all of those bums, there was a language on the earth called the Hebrew. Keep reading.
Prehistoric writing or painting on a rock wall.
Meaning they used to paint these on the rock wall. So we used to have a figure of a cow, right? So today we write the cow like this. One time we wrote it like this, right? Draw it like this. And then we will draw a body with the cow, right? Give it a tail, right? Cow, right? Give it 2 feet. And it's a draw a cow on the wall, right? And express ourselves and talk through the art, right? And of course, there's development to the writing system. Now it's just a head, right? And the tent is now just a triangle with a tail for the foundation of it. All right? Keep reading. Is that it? Right? Give me Aisha one.
Pictograph.
A pictograph. These are pictographs. Keep reading.
A noun.
It's a what?
A noun.
Is it a verb?
Noun.
It's a noun. Right? Meaning this is a thing. Noun means person, place, or thing. All right? It's very similar to Shammai one. We have Shammai one. That one on the end of Shammai one's name, right? Shammai one should be over there, right? The one with the axe, right? So we're gonna put it over there, right? Simeon, right? So we know that Simeon in the Hebrew, Simeon, the dead brother's arm is in the way, right? Simeon, name is Shammai one. Who else we got over there? We got Zabalawan, right? Who standing is the ship, right? Ship in Hebrew is Anayah. Anayah is how you say a ship in Hebrew. Axe, axe in Hebrew is Mapatazah. Mapatazah is how you say axe in Hebrew. Mapatazah, right? Good. And Shammai one's name is built off of the word Shammai, to say here. Why? Because it's the mother of Simeon, right? Who I believe was Leah, right? Gave a son to Jacob, right? And of course, the 4 baby mothers are at war. 2 sides. One on the side of Leah, the other on the side of Rachel. Baby mothers beefing, right? It's black culture, right? We black, right? Simeon's mother said, "The Lord has heard that I was hated," because of course Rachel was a prettier wife, right? And Rachel was the wife that Jacob was working for, right? He wasn't working for Leah. The father of Leah and Rachel snuck Leah into the bed for Jacob, and that was not the woman who Jacob was attracted to. So to appease her husband, she wanted to be loved by her husband. So she did what for him? Made him all the babies. Why? Because black men are the best fathers on the goddamn planet. Black fathers love their babies. They go to jail for the kids. You see, and then they argue about the kids. They get kicked out the house over the kids, right? She said she was hated. The name Simeon, Shammai, means the hair. That one, Shammai, one means noun, right? One does not mean any other word. It just means this is a person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing, right? So Shammai is a verb, right? Zabalawan over here. Zabal means to dwell, meaning this is where I live at. This is where I dwell at. Where do you dwell at? Everybody put in the chat where they dwell at. And you're going to put this in your chat to say I, not I. In Hebrew, we say I as I. Let me put it on the board. Put it on the board right quick, right? Put it over here. Right? Zabal. Right? Put Zabal as, say, for your understanding, we're going to put address. right? Zabal, address, right? Because of course, if I put live on there, you write live. If you're not properly paying attention, like most people in the chat are not paying attention, because when I ask for participation, I got none. So more than likely, most people besides Yakwatazar and Aisha Yala are not paying attention. So that's a given, right? So I don't want to put you something on there that's misleading to you because you're here, but you're not really here, right? So if I put live, you're gonna think I'm talking about being alive or being live on YouTube. So I'm not gonna put live. I put address, the place where you dwell at. Of course, we don't say dwell in our modern day English, but where you dwell is your address. All right. So now to say I, like I am a man, I am a, to say I am a person. I in Hebrew is ah. Right? So here's what I want from everybody in the chat. I want you to write this. Instead of saying, Shalom, sir, checking in from Louisiana, here's what I want for you. Here's what I want from you. I want ah, Zabal, ah, Zabal, and then the place that you come from. So for example, I'm gonna start with me. Ah, Zabal. NYC. Ah to say I, and then Zabal to say I live in NYC. Right? And I want every single person who signed in, because we're gonna know who's really attending now. We're gonna know who's BSing with they checking in. Right? Zabal Chicago, Zabal Miami, Zabal Los Angeles. Let's see who's paying attention. Let's see who's here. Let's see who signed in and fell asleep on the keyboard. Let's see who signed in and lit up and got high, smoking bud while watching class. They can't lift their hands up to go to the keyboard to do nothing. Bum. Don't be a bum. Right? Let's get some participation. All right? Okay.
I'm just testing out, see if it works. So they could link in.
Okay.
I just tested it out.
Okay. I see. I understand Olivia Arnold, all right? Olivia Arnold is a problem with copy and pasting. So we're not talking about her. We're not talking about Olivia Arnold because Olivia Arnold is communicating. Give me that scripture where it says, do well to communicate. Let me get it for you quickly, all right? So we don't burn too much time, all right? So everybody, you write on the chat, right? Your version of this right here. Let me bring the camera down for you, right? Okay, there we go, right? There we go. Everybody put in their own form of this, right? Azabal and where you live. I live, where do you live? I live, and then you fill in the blank right here, right? Everybody. Brothers, sisters, and others. Friends and foes. Come on. Come on, devils. Come on. Don't be shy, devils. Jewish people who are watching. Come on. You live in Christ? Come on, put it in. Azabal, you're learning. You came here to learn Lashwan Qadash. Come on. Azabal, Tel Aviv. Right? Azabal, Stanford Hill, UK. Come on. Right? Arabs who are watching. Come on. Azabal, Dubai. Azabal, Afghanistan. Come on. Put it in. Friends, foes, families, brothers, and others. Come on.
Salak, one if I may.
Uh-huh.
Right, priest notes, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so we got, priest notes, Yaquat, he said, I just saw his, Azabah Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dorothy, Davis said, Azabah, she got, she got in it and said, in Detroit. Is that, can you say, oh, sorry.
Say it again.
She said, Azabah in Detroit.
Okay.
Should I be above?
Azabah, I live, okay. God, that's good. That's good that they translated that because, of course, my uncle, right? I got an uncle who's not the wisest, right? He's not in the truth, right? But he said something that was very wise to me when I was a child. When I was a child, about 5 years old, right? I had my mother gave birth to my little brother, right? And that baby, from the day he came out, kept crying. And I was like, yo, why does the baby keep crying? And he said, the baby is crying because that's the only way that the baby can communicate. Because the baby cannot speak this language. So it says something to communicate that he is either hungry, tired, or wants to be changed. He cannot say, I'm hungry, so he cries. He cannot say he's tired, so he cries. He cannot say he wants to be changed, so he cries. Right? Here's the problem now. Baby starts crying, you don't know which one it is. So now what the Lord given us? The Lord has given us a language to be specific, all right, on what your needs and wants is, all right? Good. In, right? In, I'm gonna write it right here. In. I-N. In Hebrew is ba, right? Ba. Right? B-A. I don't know if you can see that right there. Right? In. We write it with a capital I. In. Right? With a capital B. Right? In Hebrew is ba. And I hope this mark right here ain't tripping people up. Right over again. Strive for mastery, right? In equals ba. Right? In equals ba. So I live in Zabal, Ba, Detroit. Zabal, Mashamal Yashid hell. Because he's correct. He's in prison. Prison is the biblical hell. You know what I mean? It's a hole in the ground somewhere and somewhere. You know what I mean? And he's a warrior because he's there and surviving. You know much people tie a rope around their neck and hang themselves in jail because they're not warriors? Mashamar is a warrior. And he's in the truth. You know, a lot of people in jail, they just give up and start writing all kind of skeletons and skulls on the walls and silly stuff like that. Mashamar, Yash, he has his mind fully intact. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a warrior. All right? You want to say something, Portazar?
Just to remind, just to remind the people that's in the chat, there's a link in the chat, a StreamYard link, so you could participate. You know what I'm saying, fully, and get your face, you know what I'm saying, your face into class.
Yeah.
So you got a link there. Hit that link. I'm going to post it once again, the link, so you can participate in class, so you can talk to, you know what I'm saying, the I1 face to face.
Okay. Zabal NYC. So let me get all of the where people live right now. Here's the real checking in for this class here. Anybody that says checking in from this place now, if you said it right now, you were not even in class. You say just pay no mind, right? Give me all of the Zabal, and the city they're from. City in Hebrew, Ayar. Ayar is city. Right? Sometimes you see this as Ayar. Right? Sometimes you see that as Ayar. Focus on Ayar though. Right? Okay. What are you typing?
Oh no, I'm just typing in the invite link.
No, forget the link for now. I want you to get me all of the people that says Azabal. I want to know their names and where they're from. So scroll up and give me the answers, okay?
So we want to start off. All right. Start off from the top. We got Police Officer Yaakov Tazar. He said Azabal, Buffalo, New York.
Okay, good.
Dorothy Davis. Say Azabal in Detroit.
Okay, Azabal in Detroit. Who's that?
That's Dorothy.
So what? Dorothy. Dorothy. Okay. Big up to Dorothy. Okay, good. Big up to Dorothy. The sister, Dorothy. Dorothy in Detroit. Go ahead.
So we got Marshall Martin say Azabal in hell.
Azabal, hell. Now we know how to say hell in Hebrew, right? Right, hell in Hebrew over here. Right? Hell is what they call Sheol. We heard of Sheol before, right? With the O. Sheol, right? Sheol in Hebrew is Sha'awal, right? Sha'awal, right? We know that Sha'al means to ask. Sha'al means to ask. Right? Sha'al means to ask. Right? Hell is Sha'awal. Sha'awal is like saying what? Because there's a Y in there, right? Y is like what? In Hebrew, in the middle of a word. Where process are?
ING.
Did someone write it on the chat? Did someone write what a Y in the middle of a Hebrew word means?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, because in most root words, I could say in all root words, there's no Y in the middle of all root words. In the middle of all root words, I don't believe there's a Ya in the middle of it. Okay, I'm not talking about the beginning of a word that's made of two characters, or the end of a word that's made of two characters. I'm talking in between two letters as a root word, right? Shawam don't count because Shawam is built off of Sham. Shayam don't count because it's built off of Sham. All right. Shayaf would more than likely be built up off of Shaf. All right. Wa. What is a wa in the middle of a word? Wa in the middle of a word is in English compared to. Go on. Who can tell me a wa in the middle of a Hebrew word is compared to in English too? Yes, Professor.
Marshall Martin. He got down in the wa in the middle of the word. Put ing.
Yes.
At the end of the word.
English. So what he just said was, Mashamaya said, wa in Hebrew is just like putting an ing at the end of an English word. He's correct. Put this thing on the board. Put the thing that he wrote up on the screen. Right? And everybody look at what Mashamaya wrote. He's correct. Wa in the middle of a word. Put ing at the end of English word. He wasn't being too specific in what he was talking about. But of course, there's no ing in Hebrew, right? Ing is English. So as a matter of fact, here we do Mashamayas, right? Put wa in the middle of the Hebrew word, right? Is like putting ing at the end of the English word. Rewrite it out like that. Copy and paste, or do what you do, right? And rewrite it out. All right. Strive for mastery. All right. Okay. Give me all the other azabal. Give me all the other participation stuff there, brothers. Bubble shot. I want everybody to be heard. Everybody's word in here count and is valued. Go ahead.
Louis Mendia.
Uh-huh.
He said, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Barakah.
Yeah. How about Shabbat Gustaf, Louis?
He said, Azabal, Honduras.
Oh, big up to Honduras in the house. All right, Azabal, Honduras. Right, he lives in Honduras. Azabal, he lives, right? Meaning I, Zabal meaning where he lives at, right? Honduras. Very good. Okay. Next.
That's one we got. IG Brisk. Brisk, the Brave Heart.
No, it's good.
Azabah, Georgia.
He made an effort. He tried. He communicated. Very good. You see what I'm saying? Very good, Brisk. All right. Azabal, Georgia. Right. Next.
Ashayala. He said, Azabal, Brooklyn.
Azabal, Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. Azabal, Brooklyn. He put it in the Assyrian too. That was dope. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Alright, let me see this. Okay, came back on Brisk, the Braveheart. He's got down Azabal Ayar, Savannah, Georgia.
Azabal Ayar, because Ayar is city. Savannah, Georgia. And why did he add Ayar in there? Because he's hungry to put this thing together. And that's what we need. You see what I'm saying? You know why Levites became the priests? Because they were willing to do the thing. And whoever was not willing to do the thing, we just became bums. We did not become the nation of priests like Abraham prophesied. You see what I'm saying? That got way later till Christ had to come back and put everything right to make what all tribes become priests. Because the rest of us were just ready and willing to sit down and be bums. Bums in the Assyrian Empire. Bums in Egypt. Just work a slavery all day to death. And drink alcohol all day and be slaves to death. Being a bum. Right? Being bums in Rome. That's what we wanted to be. And being bums in America. Not under Commander Jehanna. We're going to be no bums in here. We're going to do work. We're going to do things. All right? Okay? Good. So now, Sha'al is asked. Hell is Sha'awal. Sha'awal is like asking, because when you get to hell, you ask, what did I do to deserve to be here? Why is this happening to me? I'm always asking something. Oh God, why me? Oh God, Sha'awal, asking. So Sha'awal is like asking. Asking is the word for hell, right? If you have to beg on the street for money and ask for money, could you please spare $1? Do you happen to have any change? You're in hell. You see what I'm saying? You get sick. You get the COVID-59. Well, you ask, oh God, this is so terrible. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? I'll do anything to make up for this thing. What did I do? Please just tell me what I gotta do. I'll do it. You are in an asking state. You're in hell. That's what hell is. Sha'awal. You see what I'm saying? You can't pay your rent. You gotta call up your relatives and ask them for money because you're about to be evicted. You're in hell. You're asking for money. Asking because you need something, you want something, you're in hell. Okay?
It's locked down. We have more.
You have more? Give me all of them. Don't leave nobody out.
Come.
Right? We asked for participation. We got the participation. Please give it to me. All right?
Again, we got police officer Marshall. I actually said, I is about, but shall what?
Sha'awal, go on. Good. Right. I live in hell. Good.
We got Olivia.
And by the way, because he's in prison, right? Don't think that you're free because you're not in prison. Right? Because I wasn't born in America, and I can see America is a prison country. This is the united prison gates of America that you live in. You see what I'm saying? You make a mistake, you can't even leave your state. You see what I'm saying? You leave your state, and your probation officer found out that you left the state, you go to jail, right beside Mashama Yash. Because even though you're outside, you're still in jail. You're still not free. You're not free to leave the country. You're not free to do anything without permission from some embassy somewhere. You see what I'm saying? These are prison gates that you live in. Right? And all these gates is made for you slaves. You can't leave here. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Protozar.
We got Olivia Arnold, Sabah, Zabulon. And she also put post the stuff.
You know why brothers are leaving Mexico and Ecuador and what's some other countries? Honduras and El Salvador to come to America? Because their country's in hell. How do I get to America? Oh, man, I wish I could get to America. If I could just get away, because you ask it to go there because you live in hell, right? And why is it so hard to leave that place? Because your place is a prison. You see what I'm saying? That's why you're stuck there, and you can't leave there. The same way like our brothers over here. A lot of brothers want to go to the trip in the UK, but they can't leave the States because the United States of America is a prison. It's hell. Okay? And brothers that leave Mexico and come here, what did they find out? Damn, how do I get out of this temptation that they got me picking oranges all day? You know what I mean? Some of them find it worthy. Some of them look at it like, damn, do I stay in this prison or do I go to that better prison over there? Because that better prison over there, they got a little more money than the brothers in this prison over here. At least if I go to prison over there, I'm guaranteed to eat every day. I cannot guarantee to feed myself in actual prison penitentiary in Mexico. You know what I mean? They did the thing in Ecuador. A whole massacre happened in prison. All the brothers are stabbed each other to death. They got like 50 bodies lying in a pool of blood in the middle of some hall in Ecuador, in the prison in Ecuador, in Guarachi, Mexico. If I'm saying it right outside of Guayaquil, Ecuador. All right. Any more participation on their Pratazar?
Also, Cecilia, she put down Azabah Barstow.
Abazar what?
Azabah
Barstow. Okay, big up to Olivia, right? She lives in Barstow. Okay, keep going.
And that's it. But we have a question for Police Officer Marshall. He said, in the middle of a Hebrew word.
Oh no, incorrect. It's not it's wa. W-A, not right? Okay, well, in the middle of a word is a part of the makeup of the root word. So the right here is the makeup of the root word. Wa in the middle of a word, middle, I'll put mid right here to say middle, right? It's like ing in English, right? They're writing too close together. I don't want to trip nobody up. It's like an ing in English. So asking, you ask, sha'al, right? Asking, sha'a, wal. And then you get to the L. Sha'a, wal, la. Sha'a, wal, la. Okay? And that goes for your shalom too. Shalom is not a greeting. Shalom is a peace offering. And that peace offering, because you're offering this thing for peace, it's an ing thing, it's a doing word. Right? Don't nobody say shalom to me ever. Right? If you say shalom to me, I assume that you've never watched my class. I assume that you don't know any Hebrew at all, none. I assume that you hardly know how to be an Israelite. If you say shalom to me, I assume that you're a sinner. If you say shalom to me, yeah, you're an Israelite. I assume you're not a man of the Lord. I assume that you have no intention of being a man of the Lord. And I assume that you don't have no effort or fight or willpower to fight sin. Right? Because you can't even strive for mastery there. Even though all of the warnings, all the UPK tell you what's right all the time, because UPK is always right. In everything we do, we're right. And I don't care what it is. All right? You know why people join Israelite groups? Because they try to join whatever one they consider is less evil than the other one. You know why? Because you're Democratic. Because you vote. You might not actually vote, but you're just like the people who vote. People who vote, they look at the Republican and look at our Democrat, and based on what they consider to be the less evil, they vote for the less evil. Here's the problem with that. The less evil is still evil. So you join some camp running from the UPK because the UPK is too strict. Do you know why we're strict? Because we're not evil. But he's okay, the UPK is too strict. That's evil to you to be put in a strict place, to be in a place where you cannot smoke your weed and be a bum, and be free to be a bum. Right? So, of course, you go to some other group, you analyze all the other groups, and you see which one placates to your flavor of sin, and you look at all of them, and you look at those who do things that you consider evil, but the thing that you want to do that's evil, you don't consider that evil because the scripture says all the ways of a man is clean in his own eyes. So the thing that you do that's evil, that you enjoy, you don't consider that an evil thing to want to stop doing it. So that's what you do, and you find a group that have other people like-minded to you that do the same thing, just like a Republican, just like a Democrat, do the same thing and agree with your flavor of sin. Okay, good. We got everything, right? There's nothing else on the board that I haven't read. Practice, all right? Put it up. Put it up.
Oh, this one right
here?
Yes,
please. The other way, you said that was a typo, right?
Yeah,
So here's the proper one right here. Good. Azabal Basha Awa. Good. And Mashma wrote it the right way too. All right. What I do, Mashma, right? Before like I put here. After I put this little dash here because, of course, when someone sees Azabal written together, they're gonna get lost with the many words being put together. So I try to put a dash here to indicate this is actually a preposition, and it's not. This is the root word, even though we write them together in Hebrew. I put this dash here so the brothers with our English mind can have some idea that you're differentiating I to say I, because in English, I is written alone. So of course, we cannot put a space here because we don't write spaces in between prepositions in Hebrew. All right. So I put I here with the dash to indicate that they are to be joined together in the Hebrew, but with your English mind, you can see that they are separate. So I put a little chain link right here, right? A little chain link to say that they are to be together, but writing them in English letters, right? To be understood by the English speaking mind, all right? Go ahead and practice on.
So you have Olivia Arnold, she got down Ayar, and she got California.
Ayar, California. Okay, good. Good. What about the Ma? When we see of, Ma is of.
All
right, here's another thing, Olivia Arnold. Right? You say city, right? City of, Ma, right? Right before the city. Ma equals of or from. So you want to say, I am from California. Zabal, Ma, California. Who's that coming in?
That was
Yeah, Quatazar, right? See if you can come up. See if you can come up on the screen. It says something is not connected to Quatazar.
Yeah, something is not connected.
It says your camera or something is disconnected to your Quatazar, right? So put him up. See if it comes up on the screen and see if you can hear anything from it. Right? Does it say anything? Does it say at the stream?
No, I can't.
Okay. Yaquataza, it says it's not allowing us to add you to the screen because it says some device of yours is not connected, all right? Okay, good. So ma is a preposition to say of. Okay. So we're gonna go through the alphabet, right? We're gonna go through the alphabet. We're gonna put them all in context, in some context or the other, right? In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a list of prepositions on the side of the board over here. I'm gonna erase all of this, and I'll put a list of prepositions so we can add the prepositions to the words that I'm going to put over here. All right. And that Zabal is from Zabalawan. Zabalawan is a tribe of the people in Honduras. So big up to the brother in Honduras. What's his name again? Luis, right? Luis is from Honduras. Your tribe is Zabalawan, right? So let me put this up higher, right? Let me put this up higher.
Luis Medina.
Right? Okay. So the people in Honduras, these are people from the Mayan Empire. Mayan Empire, right? And all of their descendants, even though they might look different and all kind of stuff, descendants of the Mayan Empire are the tribe of Zabalawan. Right? I wish it was a spot to just have all the main books that we have here for research that we do. Just put them right there, right? There's a green book called there's a book called where the brothers in the Yucatan Peninsula said it. All right, I want to get that book. Let's see if I can find it in here. I believe Ayashal is going to print all of these pages, Lord willing, soon. Maybe we can do this when we go to the cookouts also all over the country, but the brothers got the books readily available. Let me go to my native Indian breakdown. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. You can see this. Hold on. By the way, blowing up doesn't blow up for them, it blows up for us. All right. Their screen is already placated how they want it to be already, all right? Right, so there we go. Yucatan, that's a book. Yucatan before and after the conquest. Page 8, it says these were Mexicans talking too. Mexicans were saying that they were from a certain race who came from the east. You go to page 8 of a book called Yucatan before and after the conquest. Right? Let me see if I can get it for you, right? Yucatan before and after the conquest. I'll put it in on
1 moment.
On the Amazon. And here is the book right here. This is the exact same book that I've seen. All right? Yucatan before and after the conquest. That book right there, page 8. Mexicans, where they quote a Mexican from in the 1800s, saying that they descended from a certain people in the east. Page 8. Right? Do what you will with that information. All right. All right. So big up to Honduras, and Lord, may the Lord raise the people in Honduras and bless them and your country, as well as all of us. All right. Good. We get this over here. Okay. So on the right side of the board over here, I'm gonna get the light is in the way. Get the light out of the way, right? Okay. I'm gonna get prepositions. I'll make 2 lists, right? Okay. We're gonna have prepositions right here. Preposition. Prepositions go before the word, right? And over here, I'm gonna have possessives. Possessives, right? I might need some more room for preposition because possessives are very straightforward. They refer to people, right? So possessives are only put in place when referred to people. Okay. I'm gonna give preposition a little more space. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start in alphabetical order. Right? We're gonna start in alphabetical order of prepositions. We're gonna start with ah. Right? So possessives go after the word, right? After word, and when I say after the word, I'm talking about root words like Zabal. Zabal is a root word. So Zabal is where you live, where you dwell at, your address, and you'll say preposition. Preposition goes before root word Zabal. Ah, Zabal. Okay? Good. Suppose your root word is California. You're from California. You're of California. Ma, California. Ma, Savannah, Georgia. Ma, hell. Like Mashama Yasha, he's living in hell. You know what I mean? That same instance. Ba, same thing. Right? Ba is a preposition. All right? So now, let's start from the top. As prepositions. You'll say something.
Olivia Arnold, you said, can you write a little bit bigger?
A little bigger, right? I know, because it's up here, right? Okay, let me just put this up here so you can see. Because I don't want to, we have limited space on the board.
Want me to hold it while you're writing?
No, I'm not going to write it as yet.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Or do you want to, okay, you offer it, I'm going to take it. Whatever you try find in the shambles, eat thereof, asking no questions for conscience sake. Come, let's go. You know what I mean? You're offered. You know what I mean? Right? I know brothers are the worry. Kicked a lot of ass in these days. You know what I'm saying? Demolish brothers all over the floor, the streets, the hallways, stairs. You know what I mean? So we're talking about well-disciplined hands here. All right? Ah, as a preposition. Can ah be used as a preposition? Yes, it can. I will be that thing. We got it down here. We got it down here where it says I equals ah. Right? Good. Let's go through more of the list. Right? Ba. Is ba a preposition? Ba. Yes, it is. Ba is a preposition because we got it right here down here. Right? Ba is a preposition to say in or on. I'm in the house. I'm in the car. I am in the streets. In anything, right? There you go, right? Ba is in. Write it bigger, right? In. Write it in capital letters. Right? In. Ba, ga. Is ga a preposition? No, ga is not a preposition. Ga is not a preposition at all. What about da? Is da a preposition? Yes, da is a preposition to say do. Right? I'm going to do this thing. Go and do this. Go do that. Da is do. As a preposition goes before the word. Right? Abaga, da, ha. Is ha a preposition? Yes. It's the most common preposition. It's called the. Ha is a preposition to say the. T-H-E. Right? Abagadaha. Wa. Is wa a preposition? Yes. Wa is a preposition to say and. All right. What's next? Ha, wa, za, za. Is za a preposition? No. Za is not a preposition. But if you see za, if you hear someone say za, za, za means this. That's how we say this commonly. You see this everywhere in the Bible. This, that. This is the day of this. Pick this up. This. Right? Sometimes you see it written as ha, za. It's the same thing. Right? You see it written as za for short because Israelites always make everything short. Right? Za is this. But za is not a preposition. So it has to come off of the board. All right? It has to come off the board. Awaza, ka is not a preposition. Kata, ta is not a preposition. Kata, ya, ya. Ya is a preposition to say he or it. All right? Ya is a preposition to say he or it. I did have a word. Wa, ya, amar, wa, ya, amar, wa, ya, amar, and he said, or say, right? Amar. I wrote it backwards. I should have wrote the Hebrew there. Amar. You see this everywhere. Or the bar. Wa, ya, the bar, meaning, and he talked. Right? Amar means say. Right? Wa, ya, amar. Whereas in every single book in the Bible, every single chapter, everywhere. And he said this. And he said that. Wa, ya, amar, Yahweh, al Shah. Wa, ya, Yahweh. Wa, everywhere. Ya, wa, amar. This is the M. Right? M. Right? Wa, ya, amar. Right? And he said. Right, quick. Let me just go. Let me show you in the Tanakh. Stay right there. Stay right there, bro.
Come.
All right. Okay. So I go and get my Hebrew and Greek interlinear, and I'll go to I don't even know where. Let's go anywhere where the Lord more than likely spoke. Right? Wa, oops, sorry, slap. Wa, ya, dabar. That same wa, ya right there. That wa, ya is this. Wa and ya. Wa, ya, and then the bar. The bar is the talk. So let me put talk on the board, right? The bar. The bar is talk. Right? Talk, speaks, right? All right? Let me go get another chapter. Wa, ya, the bar again. It's everywhere. Wa, ya, the bar. So now you're reading Hebrew and you don't know what wa is and you don't know what ya is. Right? Of course, in Hebrew, we read and write from right to left. We read this way. Right? We read this way. Right? So you read it, you start the beginning, and there's a wa there, and there's a ya there. And you don't know what wa and ya mean, then you're joining IUIC. Because they say, we don't know what we're reading. You know what? What's the sense of the Hebrew? Here's what you do. Learn what wa and ya means. And he. Right? Get any other book. Let's get Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Okay. Wa, haya. Wa at the beginning of the word again. Right? Wa at the beginning of the word. Wa is and. Haya is be. All right? Wa, ra'a, ra'awa. There we go. Wa is a preposition to say and. Ra'a means see. Wa at the end of the word is not connected to ra'a. The last letter right here, that fourth letter, is not connected to the first or the middle two letters. The last letter is he. Right? So that goes on along with the list of possessives. So that will go over here. That goes at the end of the word, like we was talking about. All right? There we go, right here. I put this one random verse. Anyway, I put Exodus something, right? Verse 15, it says, what's going on with the screen? The screen going like it's going on a little dead here. All right. How about now? Well, let me try to get that clearer. Right? I'm trying to bring it right there. If you can see it at the beginning, it says, Wa ya Amar. This thing right here. It's not showing too clearly, right? Okay, try it again. There we go, right there, right? Bring it in. There we go. Wa ya Amar. Wa ya Amar. That's what we got right here. Wa ya Amar. Wa ya Amar. And the one we pulled before was Wa ya Dabar. Right? Wa ya Dabar. Okay? Good. So of course, these are not prepositions right here. The bar, Amar is a word, it's not a preposition, it's a root word. I'm gonna erase that. We gotta fill out this list of prepositions. The bar is not a preposition, it is a word, remove that. Okay? Good. Abagada ha wa za ka. Let's look at ha wa za ka ta ya ka with a ka. Ka is a preposition to say like. Like in the sense of like or as. It is like a car, but it's not a car. It's a bike. It's like a bird, but it's not a bird. It flies, but it carries you. It's a plane. You see what I'm saying? This man is like David. This man is like a dog. Right? This man is like a rock. He's hard. He just stays right there. He doesn't move. His feet is planted like a rock. Like. He is as a rock. He shines as the sun. It's a brother that shines. Right? This is not a word. This is just, making a line, making a border. All right? Ka, right? Wa ya abagada hawaza kata ya ka la. La. La means, what does it mean, Pertazar?
Two.
Two, very good.
Or two words.
Right? Ka. Two. I'm going to school. I'm going la school. I'm going to home. I'm going la home. La. Ma, we went over ma earlier, right? Let me go over ma earlier. Where's ma over there? Ma is of, right?
Okay.
Of or from. Okay. Okay, ma is of or from. La mana na is a preposition, doesn't really mean anything, but it is removed by other prepositions. Removed by other prepositions. Other prepositions. All right? Now, that's na, right? N-A. La mana sa. Sa is not a preposition. I is not a preposition. Pa is not a preposition. La mana sa I pa. Taza is not a preposition. La mana sa I pataza. Qua is not a preposition. La mana sa I pataza quara. Sha. Yes, Pratazar.
What exactly do you mean, like removed by other preposition?
Meaning, you could have a word, lift, right? Lift is a Hebrew word to say na, sha, ah, right? Na, sha, ah, it's going to come everywhere that the word is na, sha, ah in the concordance. But when it's being used, you will never ever see na, sha, ah, right? If I say he lift, right? We're gonna get Yah. Yah is he. Put the camera over there.
Okay.
Right? Yah is he. He, right? I want to say he lift. So we're gonna get Yah because Yah is he. Right? Yah right here. And then we're gonna remove the na because we have our preposition here. So we don't put the na. We go and get the sha'ah. Yah, sha'ah. And you're gonna see like that. Yasha'ah, he lift. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
Yeah, calm. Two lift. If I want to put two lift, right? La is two. La is two. I go put la right here, right? Nasha is lift. I remove the na, like not even there, right? And I go put la, sha, ah. To the point where you might even believe that the word lift is just sha'ah, right? But not according to everything in the Bible. In the Bible, not sha'ah is the rightful way to say lift, but in usage, you're gonna see la sha'ah, ya sha'ah, ah sha'ah, right? Like that. That's what I mean, right?
Go on, sir.
Let me leave the book, right? Sha. Sha means pertaining to. Pertaining to. So this is like saying like, except it's not being compared to anything. It's more like what it is, right? So, for example, we have Sha Ma Yam. Shamayam is heaven. Shamayam is heaven. Right? If I take off the Shah, I'm left with Mayam, which is water. Right? Heaven, right? Space. To go there, you need a ship, as if you was on water. You need a spaceship, you need an airship. I think they call them airplanes nowadays. You need something that could swim in the air. Right? The Lord said at the beginning, he divided the waters. Now we have air and we have the sea. We got two waters. The air that you breathe is water. Without water in the air, you would literally just dry into a pulp or something. You'd just be thirsty because there's not enough humidity in the air. The air is dry. Why is the air dry? How could you say the air is dry? How could you say the air is humid without the need for water in the air? Right? All right, good. You go to space, what do you need to do? Put on a space suit. Why? So you don't suffocate and drown in space. So you can not breathe in space. You put on a space suit the same way you put on a diving suit and have an oxygen tank in space, the same way you need an oxygen tank underwater. You need propellers and rockets at the end of your spaceship, the same way you would need some kind of thrusting propeller force in a sea ship. All right, good. Right, Shamaya. Right. And of course, this word is what we call a compound word. You take off the Shah, you're left with Mayam. You take off the Ma, You're left with yum. Yum is the sea, right? Ma yum is from the sea, right? Water comes from the sea, right? Good. Back over here, protozoa. The last one, tha, or Rasha tha. Is tha a preposition? Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Okay. Okay. Tha would mean one of three things always, right? Tha often means you as a preposition. It will mean you. Based on context, it will mean she, or it can mean future tense, meaning future tense, meaning will do. I will do this. I will do that. Will is will do. Right? Will do together, not will, because it's not, that word don't mean will. That word means something that's going to happen. All right? More likely that'll fall upon the you. All right? You and she, right? So she did this. Tha, I shall, that, I shall, that. All right? Okay. No problem, right? Let's get to the list of our possessives. Okay. So now possessives is not like prepositions, right? Similar, but now possessive is more to what the thing belongs to. All right? So is there a as a possessive? No, there is not. Is there ba as a possessive? No, there is not. Is there a ga as a possessive? No. Is there a da as a possessive? No. Is there a ha as a possessive? Yes. Ha as a possessive is she. And when you see ha at the end of a word, that is to be set out. So you see what can I say? I'm trying to say a word that we used already. You see ma water, right? Ma yum ya ha, right? People who don't know water, people who don't know Hebrew, they're gonna say, look, ma yum ya, this is God's water, because you're religious. That ya right here is not ya, it's actually ya ha. Ya as a buffer or indicator to say possessives. So mayam, I'm gonna write, mayam will be the water. We got an indicator here, right? To point to the possessive, which is her, right? Her water. Mayam ha. Mayam ha. It sounds very similar, right? Ha is her. Okay, it's not she. I don't know why I put she up there. She is tha down here. That goes at the beginning of the word. Ha is her. They both begin with an H. My bad. That was my mistake. Slip of the tongue, but not of the heart. The scripture says, right? Slip of the tongue, not of the heart. Ha is her. Very easy to remember. Very easy. If a sister forgets this, then I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Every sister should remember. It's very easy to remember. Ha is her. You say in New York, this is ha water. It belongs to ha. You say in New York, this word comes from this. This English word comes from this. Because English is born out of Hebrew. Oh, we got some writings on the board there, brother. Hold on there, all of you Arnold. I see y'all writing something on the board on the chat, man. Let me just get through this because I got persons on the camera here, so you can't read it to me. So let me just get through this right quick, and I'm gonna go to you right quick, all right? We're not gonna just finish the class without addressing everybody in the chat.
It's like this one.
Let's press it up.
I gotta go to the restroom for a second.
Okay, no sweat. So just put it up tall again, right?
Oh, okay.
The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the reason why we got all this pollen allergies. Like, don't worry about it. All right, good. We got ha is her. What's next? Right, ha is her. Let me put it back a little bit so everybody can see. Abagada ha wa. Is wa a possessive? Yes. Wa is a possessive. To say his. Abagada ha wa za. Za is not a possessive. Abagada ha wa za. Ka is not a possessive. Ta is not a possessive. Abagada ha wa za. Ka ta. Ya is a possessive. Ya is to say my or mine or whatever comes with this word right here. In English, nowadays in English, you got my, you got mine, you got, my own mine, mine, yeah, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, what's next? Abagada ha wa za ta kaya kataya ka. Ka is not a possessive, right? No, what? Ka is a possessive. Ka is the opposite of my. What is that? Ka is you. You heard this before. You've heard this before. You all have heard of this before. When a Muslim says, by the way, Muslims are trying to be Arabs. If you're black, you cannot be an Arab. You cannot live an Arab lifestyle. I don't know why you're speaking Arabic. For Arabic, first of all, Arab means mixed race. Arab means mixed race. That's a fact, right? They'll say that same like how we got means I, right? And then they'll have salam, right? That salam is just like is like shalom, right? Salam, and then they'll say lay come, right? That come is like how we say come, like y'all. It's the same come like how we say come. That salam is salama, right? And then lay is like how we say la, right? That la is like how we say la. That don't gotta be there, right? Because that goes at the end of salama. Because that salama is just the bastardized way of saying shalom. It was shalom. It was not salam. All right, so is the same like how we got over here. Right? Peace. And then lay is la, two. And then come is y'all. Of course, the singular, right? So this is why Arabic and Islam is so dumb. Because you're saying come, right? Even though you're talking to one person. It's supposed to be ka. Because ka is you. It's supposed to be assalamu alaikum. But of course, that's a bastard culture. So of course, you're going to have all of the incorrections and all of the impurities and this dumbness of that culture that is there. Religious thinking you got to do it like that is just dumb. Right? It's not practical. Okay? Ka is you. You want to say to you? You see everywhere. To you. You say la, because la is the preposition, right? La, down here, right? La is to you. La, ka. There we go. La, ka. La, and then la as a preposition, and then ka to say you. La, ka. You do that. Who is it from? From you. Where's this from? From is over here. Ma is from. From you. Can you put ma, ka? Suppose I want to say from him. From him. Ma, wa. Right? From her. What do I want to do from her? From her, ma, ha. Maha. Okay. What about from them? You're going to see this a lot. From them. Right? From them. From them. Ma, ham. Or sometimes you'll say ma. Sometimes they'll take out the ham, the ha, and you'll see mom in some unusual case. But I have seen it. I've seen it in a lot of places. Right, where they take out the ha because it's the same sound. Maham, mom. Right, yawa mom. Yawa mom. That's one of them too. Yawa mom. I'm not sure where I'm gonna find that right now, but we've seen it somewhere. All right. So say it's from her. You got a gift from her, right? Gift in the Hebrew should be gift. It's from the word give, right? Give is nothing. We go over this every week. Nothing like the what, Pertza?
Say that again, sir.
Nothing is like what?
Nothing.
Yeah, we go to the supermarket, we see nothing or what?
Nothing.
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 Nah. You being black as hell to me right now. Nothing like Nathan's hot dog. Nathan's hot dog, right?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing is gift. Gift is ma son. Why? Because na is a preposition, right? Na is a preposition removed by other prepositions when it's time to put something there. So now we got to put a ma here. We take off the na. We take off the na to put this ma there. Ma son. Right? As a matter of fact, you got the word called allow. Allow, right? And allow is your son. Because you're giving him this way. You're giving it to him, right? So you take off the na here, the na here, and you put the ya here. The ya is to say he. Right? Your son. Your son is allowed. Right? And through these methods, you can remember all these Hebrew words. Because you see where they come from. You're making a cloud. You know, like people have idea clouds, and they have like an idea here, and this idea goes into this idea here, and this idea brings 3 other ideas here, right? And this has these other ideas, and these ideas got ideas like that. Hebrew is like that. You have to build up of one word to the other by the use of adding prepositions onto the word, right? That is what Hebrew culture is based off of, all right? Right. So, of course, like right now, I'm not using any book. My phone is in my pocket because I was using it to go get words. But of course, over time, through this method, I have been able to remember all of these words, right? And going through the Sabbath service and seeing these words and seeing where they come from, I know it by heart because of the method. Nathan to Mathan. Nathan to Mathan. Nathan to Yathan. Okay? Same thing. You got another one, Nathath. You got a base of the same thing, Nathath. And you got what's the other one? Sathan. That's some other word again. Right? And then you got thun by itself, which is not even related to this. All right? So you wanna put these things together like that, right? No problems. Go back up here. Ka tayaka la manasa ma is ma in ma na manasa I pataza kwa ra sha sa. Okay. If you see tha at the end of a word, tha is like plural, but you're not going to say tha. It's going to be like ah. It's going to be it's like a tha at the end. Right? Just so you know. Right? If you see a th at the end of a word, this is to say plural, but in the sense of a category. It's not to say I got 5 cups. It's more to say like, these are the prayers. Right? These are the prayers. These are the chains. Right? Okay, chains not a good example. Because chains you might put yum. Okay? The regular pluralization. The regular pluralizations. You're gonna have yum to say men plural, say plural masculine, meaning this thing is related to men. Plural masculine. And then for the sisters you have yan, because this is plural feminine, because this thing is actually related to women. All right, good. Before that, I should have did the car. Right. Let me move this out of the way. Let me put the come. Come is y'all. Right. Come is y'all. Masculine, meaning what? There could be men and women there, but number one, what's the threat? Men is there. Good. Kan is y'all, feminine, meaning there's no men there. Kan. And these are of course, these are possessive. So I'll put a little dash here to say this will be directly connected to a word behind it. Right? So this dash I'm putting is to say connected to the word behind the word, not behind it, the word in front of it. These are the things that go behind. So I got up here after. I got it written right here after. Possessives go after the root word. So there'll be a word here, and then this will come after that word. And this will come after that word. And this will come after that word. This will come after that word. All of these will come after the word, all right? Okay. Okay. What else? Okay, we gotta put the star back here. Wait, we gotta put the hums. The hum is to say them. Them or their, right? I think I would say them because they both got M's at the end. Them. It's like saying, first of all, they turn all these vowels from a R sound. So them, if I just turn this into a ha and I take up the H, ham, hum. All right, ham. Right, same thing, right? Ham, no problem, right? Turn this back into an E, right? Turn this back into a little H, right? Them. I believe the word them came from ham in the Hebrew. Them in English came from ham in Hebrew, right? And then for woman only, han. This is them, feminine. Right now, I hope I haven't lost everybody in the all of the extra ones. I tried to not go over these extra ones. I tried to keep it basically simple with the initial ones, because this is where you're gonna go through a lot. This is where you're gonna need to say. But I got it there for your notes, so put it in your notes. Right, when you're reading the Sabbath service, you're gonna see these. You're going to see them. Right, so when you see them, you can identify them and know what they are. If you see a M by itself as a possessive, that M is shortened for hum. It's the same thing. So for this one, you got to revert back to this one here. Right? This is just shortened. Ham, shortened. I got too much things on the board. Damn. Okay.
So
Yes.
Is that like when you do a connection, Olivia, all you getting kind of confused with that.
Okay. All right. So let me take this off of the board here. Right. So a sister in the chat has already voiced some confusion about the amount of prepositions. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half possessives. 10 and a half possessives. Now, when I say that, right, Miss Olivia Arnold, right? These ones right here, everything below this line right here. Everything below this double line right here. These go in your notes. Don't learn these right now. Only learn these top 4 right now. Right? You're gonna start somewhere, right? Ha, wa, ya, ka. Know those. Forget about these. Write these down. Put these in your notes. Everything below that line right here. Put these in your notes. Forget about these. You're gonna know this when it's time to speak advanced Hebrew. Right now, you're not advanced. So learn these. He, her, me, you. Me, you, he, her. All right? That's it. All right? Oh, snap. I forgot one. It's lucky. 11 and a half. We got another main one. I missed the main one. Right? Damn. Now what? Now what? Now what is us or we? Us or we. Right? So there you go. Right? Too much squiggly lines. I don't want to jam people's visuals up and make it hard for them to learn. Okay. Now what? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down here. And then 5 down here. Now what? That's what you gotta learn. As a matter of fact, let me put them together. I'm gonna erase this up here. I'll put the now up here. Right. Now what? We. I'm writing it properly. Make sure everyone can understand me. We or us or our, same thing, right? We, us, our, right? There we go. Right? There we go. Focus on these 5 up here. Me, you, my, your. That you right here is really your, but it's you, right? Me, because now we're talking about black people. We're talking about Ebonics. We're talking about Patois. They don't say yours in Patois. They say you. I feel, right? Or for Ono, right? Well, Ono will be like y'all, right? That'll be this, right? For we don't say ours. I feel you want that. They don't say it's our one, right? So for us, they will say nawa, and nawa sounds like our. Let me just put our there. Nawa is our. Nawa is our. The sound our in English came from that wa right here. Our. Nawa. Right? And that our is we and us and so forth, right? We, us. Right? Good. So that's this 5 right here. We, her, him, me, and you. Right? Just learn those 5. Forget the rest. The rest go in your notes. All these other ones out here, slap the person down. All these other ones out here, you guys are top already, right? All these other ones go in your notes. Right? You put them in your fridge or something. These ones right here, As a matter of fact, you don't put these on the fridge. You gotta see the ones in the fridge. Put these on your fridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Me, you, him, and her, us. Okay? Good. Now, I want to put some of these on the Hebrew alphabet words. All right, you don't gotta be all of them, just some. Okay, A is for Allah, which is cow. Okay. Now, whose cow is it? My cow. A, la, ya. Because remember, prepositions go after the word, after, right? So Allah, ya. Cow, my. Okay, cow, mine. Then whose cow is it? Your cow. Allah, ka. Right? Allah, ka. Cow, yours. Or cow, you. Cow, you, cow, your cow. Right? This is the most basic language there is. This language is as close to a caveman talking there is. Cow, you. Cow, me. Cow, him. Cow, her. All right? It's very, very basic. It's not hard. It's not complicated. Oh, it's so hard. I can't do this. Don't be a bum. It's easier than English to speak. You know how hard it is to learn English. We gotta learn informative, and information, and informing, and informative. Your English is so difficult to learn to someone who speaks Hebrew. English is the hardest language. I talked to a Jewish man yesterday. He didn't know I was in the school. I had a school shirt on, but I don't know. I don't know if he was just being the devil. I don't know if he was just being kind. You know what I mean? Apparently he lives nearby in the neighborhood in East New York. Dun, dun, dun. East New York. He lives in East New York. The Jewish man, older Jewish man. He doesn't speak very much English. But Hebrew is the easiest language to learn. And he couldn't speak good English, but he could see certain words in English, but he can't get the grammar right. Hebrew, your grammar, we teach your grammar in an hour class. To learn English grammar, you have something called the year of the 4th grade. So for the whole year, from September to May, June, right? From September to June, you're learning English grammar, comprehensive grammar. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Almost 10 months to get English grammar. Right? Well, for Hebrew, you just need an hour. I'll put some prepositions on the board and some possessives, and there you got it. Okay? No problem. A cow is big, a cow is expensive. How much for a cow? Like $5,000? So a brother from East New York ain't gonna have $5,000 on there for a cow. So if we put together now, we get 50 brothers and we all put $100 between 50 brothers. Then now it's our cow, Allah Nawa. Right? Our cow. Okay? Our cow. We know this prayer, right? The prayer, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, our Father. Father is Abba. Our is a possessive. Possessive go at the end of the words. Abba, Nawa. Abba, Nawa. Right? When else do we say it? Nawa. Kawabwati Nawa. Kawabwat. Right? Talking about your debt. Our debtors. our debt. So we put our debt, right? Kawab wa, right? And then the hour will go on the end. Nawa. Nawa, the same nawa that's here. The same nawa that's here. I know it's at the end of the board over here, but it's the same nawa that's right here. Nawa. Kawab wa the nawa. What's this kawab? Let me see what a kawab is. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that kawab. Okay, you got kawab, right? And then you got cob. So let's see what cob is, right? Let's get to the root. Where's my Kindle so people can follow along with me? I just had it, right? Oh, there it is. Tyler, some soldier. God, I couldn't find it. Had camouflage on in the chairs. Couldn't even see the thing. Take a picture. Where is the tablet? You know what I mean? Have the kids point to it, right? Right? Look up Kyle Boston hour right quick. This is we're gonna see in the Bible right quick, right? Put in the Bible right here. I'm gonna look for the word debt. Debt. Okay. So we got 5378, 5386. Okay. Just a quick check right quick. Okay. We're gonna check the numbers because we don't got a lot of time. Ka is in the numbers of 22 to 28. So we're looking at the 2 somewhere, right? So we're looking at the words debt. 5 3, that doesn't fall within the 2 This don't fall within the 2 So we're looking for 2 We got, here we go. We got one right here. We got 2 3 2 6. The debtor. All right. So let's go look at what it says right here. The debtor in Ezekiel. Okay. And it says Kawab from 2235 debt. Okay, no problem, right? Now, right quick, I just want to check to see what is Kab without the Wa. Just out of my curiosity. Okay. And it says, one says properly a cherisher, the blossom. One says secrete, hide. One says love. Kawabab says father in love. Kabah says hide. So I'm not sure. It might be related, might not be related. I know that people do run from debt. They do run from the IRS. They do hide from that $5. They hide the $5 from the $5. You owe somebody $5. You ain't never gonna see the brother again. You lend somebody in the world $20. You might as well delete him out of your phone because he's not taking your call. He's scared to death of your voicemails, your voice messages. So don't leave him none of that. You know what I mean? You owe somebody $20, or someone owes you $20. Look for him in China. You know what I mean? Look for him in California. So he ran away to not give you your $20, right? So he could be hiding. It could be from the word hide. I'm not sure. So there we go. Yeah.
So can you say this? Can you say
right quick. And I'm only saying that because there's other words to say hide, like Ilam. The word Elam is hide. Elam. Ialam in Hebrew. That word means to hide. So there's different kind of hide. There's cover, to hide thyself. Sathar, sister Sathara Banat in New York. That Sathar means to cover up or to hide. Hide your parts. Right? So there's a reason why this hide in particular is being used here. Right? What are you saying?
with the brother, I try to say put some words in Hebrew.
Yeah.
And that brother that don't want to, don't want to pay you back. He felt like he's in hell because he can't pay you back.
Yeah.
So I was going to say so the brother can you say he like Yaba with a Sha'al was a Sha'awal.
Yeah.
I was a Yaba Sha'awal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yaba, he's in hell. Yeah.
He in hell. Yeah.
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 Yaba Shawa
Yes.
Shawawal.
Sha'awal.
Oh, Sha'awal.
Yeah. Ya ba sha'awal.
Sha'awal.
Sha'awal. Ya ba sha'awal. Yeah. God. He's asking for forgiveness or something. He's asking, please don't kill me over this $20 I owe you. Don't let it be $1,000 or $5,000. You dead. You say you ask what? I mean the world, that $5,000 to pay you back. He gonna spend $5,000 to kill you. He gonna spend some young folk brother crip from Brooklyn $5,000. The brothers don't want 10 no more. They smoking cats for $5,000 now. I'm not saying that I did that. I'm just saying, we from the streets. We from the neighborhood. We know what the value of that thing is out there. I'm just saying it's around that price. All right. Nowadays it's about $5,000. You get smoked for $5,000. It can happen. Young brothers, young and 18, ain't never driven a car. Got dreams to have. Their dream is to have $500 in their pocket. You offer him $5,000, he's gonna blow your head through the wall, through the other wall. Right? Because $5,000 is like a dream to him, no problem, right? Kawab or kayab, a primitive root, properly perhaps to tie, to owe, to forfeit, make, endanger. All right? From 2325, from this one right here. Right? So, of course, Strongs will be found in a lot of errors, and they don't use a system of common sense, the Strongs, right? So, when it comes to the Strong, just be careful, right? So if you live by the Strongs, right, you're gonna run into all the mistakes that he made. Of course, Strong's is not the Lord, and Strong's is not a speaking Hebrew Israelite, speaking Hebrew as an Israelite, right? He's a Caucasian trying to figure out someone else's culture, right? But you can use it as a guide. Everything has to be used as a guide. So he calls it a root. I would not call this a root. I would not call this a root. I would call what Israelites do by this action, by what's being doing here and what's being done here, as the external extension or the root, right? Based on things that Israelites actually live by, not by his suggestion, because he cannot find the relation to Kab, or he cannot find a relation to Kab. I can find a relation to Kab, all right, but he can't. So he said this is the root, and I will disagree with Strong's again, because people do hide from debt. You see, you have a whole entire parables of men who are one servant of the Lord went to all the men and tried to shorten their debt. How much do you owe your master? 100? No problem. I've now shortened your debt to 80, shortened the other one to 50. Why? Why did they have to shorten their debt? Because they were hiding from the man they owe debt to. They weren't paying them the debt. People ain't just running to pay you back the money they owe you. They do hide. So I would disagree with Strong's here. Okay, no problem.
It's
920. Okay, good. Karabath, right? The word properly for debt is kawab, which is debt. And I'm gonna say that kawab is rooted in kab, which is to hide. You're hiding yourself. You're dipping and you're ducking and you're hiding. I would say that. I would say that, strongly. Okay, good. Our debt, Karabath now. Okay, good. We up on the time. Is that it, Brother John? Let's go to the comments right quick. Let's go to the comments right quick so we don't miss nobody. Make sure everybody's heard, and no one is sitting there puzzled that, damn, you didn't say my Christian, you didn't help me. I was stuck on this one thing. Okay? Sisters, right? Right quick while you check in the comments. That Tana'a is a basket. You can say this as bags. So it's a basket, but you can use it as a bag, right? Basket right here, right? So say your bag is your basket, right? You want to say my bag, Tana'a. Na'a ya. Right? Because that's my bag, right? Ya is mine. Bag, and it's mine. Right? Good. What about her bag? Tana'a ha. Because ha is her. Right? Right? Good. Tana'a for the sister's bag. Because Tana'a is probably a basket. Ready to go to a bag. Right? Bag, Tana'a. Ya, mine. My bag. Right? Remember this earlier. This is Za. Za, Tana'aya. What? Tana'a what? Her bag? Tana'a ha. Right? Let me write Za on the bottom of there again. Za. Za. Right? Za is this. Okay? Good. Right? Let me get that card out of there. Za. Right? Za. To say this. This. There we go. Right? Za Tana'aya. This, my bag. Za Tana'aya for the sisters. Right? This, what? Her bag. Za Tana'aha. Okay, good. And with that, I pass the class the priest and officer of 500 Paratazan. Right?
Yeah.